If you want to build a shelter in the forest, if you got lost in there somehow, then here's the way to do it. You put a long stick like this and plane inside. Make sure there's an entrance, and that's how you make a shelter. If you're being attacked by a bear, there's two things you can do. You can either look at the neck of a bear and slowly back away, or you can play dead. If you want to make a compass, all you have to is get a needle and put it on some water. It will naturally point into the direction which is north. Before you eat something which may or may not be poisonous, in order to check that out, you get the thing which may or may not be poisonous and rub it against your skin. If it starts to itch after a while, then there's a good chance it's poisonous. It's important to make your mental health good if you're being a low socialization in the forest. You can do something like jumping, exercise. It's important to exercise around your first forest. It's important to stay strong in this tough situation. If you want to make a fire, then all you need to do is rub and bang two rocks together. Eventually, if there's sticks underneath you in the shape of a fire, then it will eventually create a fire. Relax. It's important to stay calm. Sometimes you may just need to sit down and relax. Making tools like axes, shovels, and spears in the forest can be very useful. Axes can be used very easily for cutting down trees and as well as self-defense. You should make a map in the forest. It's important to restart. It's important to make a map in the forest because you may or may not get lost from where you built your settlement. Okay, sorry. Okay, can you delete? Chance for you to get dangerous infections, and the same for salt water. Cut. If you find a river, you should go down river because most major cities are on the edge of a river. So if you continue going down river, then you have a higher chance of finding civilization. Cut.
Okay,
Don't eat mushrooms. Most are poisonous. If you make a spear, they're very good for fishing. All you need to do is throw it at fish. Even though it's hard, it's still possible. If you find a chicken or cow, don't kill it. If you find an animal that can produce milk or eggs of any kind, that could be a food source for you. Talk to yourself. Talking usually increases mental health of people, and if you're in the forest all alone, that really gets to you. Collect wood like this. It is normally the best wood for fire because it's dry and soft and has small air pockets in between. Vines like this can be used on all sorts of things, like rope. Stockpile food so you don't die of starvation or scurvy. Stockpile water. Just like food, you need to stay hydrated. Build your shelter on flat ground. It is a lot easier to build it on flat ground, unlike hills or cliffs. Before going camping, you should bring stuff so you don't get lost in the first place, like a map and a compass. Okay. Put stuff like vines, roots, sticks, leaves, etc. on the roof of your shelter. If you get wet, then you might just have a terrible day. Cook stuff before you eat it. You definitely do not want to get sick at any cost. Boil water before you drink it. Bacteria can be deadly, which can come from the water. Sleep often. You need to be in your best condition to survive in the forest. Don't get yourself lost in the forest in the first place. You should be prepared. Stay hydrated. That's all I have to say. Collect everything. You might not know when you need it. To make a rescue fire, it's a lot different than making a normal fire. You need to place 3 logs at the bottom, then 2 logs in the middle, 1 log on the top. Then shove a bunch of twigs and flammable resources in between. Then all you need to do is light it, and there's your rescue fire. If you need to sharpen a stump, restart. Okay. If you need to If you need to sharpen a stone, all you need to do is rub the bigger stone against a smaller stone. After enough time of rubbing, it'll eventually rub into the shape that you want it to rub in. The best place to build a shelter is where it's flat and there's a river source near. It has to be moving water. If you find trash, then civilization must be near. Think positively. If you think positively, then you get out of this situation easier. Build a water purifier. I do not have enough time, but just look up something on YouTube on like how to purify water to get this information. Honey can be used as glue due to its stickiness. Okay, this is disgusting, but in an emergency where you're dehydrated, you can drink your pee. You can mark trees with a slash or an X or any other symbol that you want to mark where you have been, not been, where camp is, and others. Poop and pee away from where your drinking is. That can get into your water source. Make sure your food doesn't rot. Don't drink or eat too fast if you haven't eaten in a long time. Rapid stomach expansion can kill you. Bury bones of what you eat underground so they do not attract predators. To get more information on this, all you have to do is look up more videos on this topic. Make a well. Wells give you a lot better chance of not getting any diseases from water. If you look on a riverbank, you can find clay, and you can use that to make pottery. All you have to do when you make the pottery is heat it up. Then it'll turn into pottery. Hay can be used to make bed sheets, baskets, and other stuff. If you want to make a clay pot, but it is wet out and all the wood that you can find is wet and you can't make a fire to harder, then all you need to do is let it dry. It's a ton slower, though it works. If you're tired of eating what you can find in the forest, then all you need to do is make soup. Even though it's just made out of the same stuff, if you combine it together, it can make all sorts of different flavors. Believe in yourself. You have to believe in yourself in order to get out of every situation. I don't want to become one of those YouTubers who say like and subscribe at the end of every video multiple times through. Though just because this is a new channel, please like and subscribe.